Hi, everybody. It's Rhonda with Climbing Culture Daily. And I wanted to do a quick chit chat. But before we even do anything, please like, subscribe, share. I'm still new, still trying to do this thing. But I wanted to come on here with this chit chat about our favorite, Drake. Of course, we know he is still the talk of everybody regarding this lawsuit. And this week we're all abuzz with UMG really going after the minors situation. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about is why as an industry, not just hip hop, not just music, but entertainment across the board for decades have allowed rumors not to be checked. And I'm not here to say that Drake is a PDF file, as people like to call him. Um, but if it is a rumor, if it is something we've seen that looks and seems problematic, why do we wait until these very larger things come about before it gets checked? And so that goes to all the folks in the industry, right? That's worked with Drake and has seen him kissing on the 17-year-old. I mean, we've seen the videos. And then I think this week, the video with him and Regine, um, which looks icky. I think it's just the look, right? Like I don't think Drake is aware of the look, or maybe he is. I don't know, but it looks bad. And so, if we see those things and we know those things, and we all know we've lived through the rumors of a Bill Cosby and a rumor of an R. Kelly and the rumor of Epstein and the rumors of Weinstein, amongst others. And it's taken decades for people in the industry to step up and say something. Again, not saying Drake has done anything with anybody under 18. But here we are. And before this beef, there were op-eds. People were talking about it. People wrote about it and saying that this looks really problematic. Why is he at high school basketball games? Why is he sending text messages to an 11-year-old? Regardless of if her parent allowed it or not, why is he doing it? And yet, yes, Kendrick, yes, Future, Rick Ross, Metro Boomin, everyone who has ever featured with Meek Mills before the feud, why? Why did you still step in the booth? Why did you still partner up, link up? Why? There's got to be some integrity in this space. There's got to be people, not when you just get really, really mad and then finally say, hey, and by the way, it looks like you might have some issues in this area. But a lot of these men have children themselves. And would they put their own children? Well, we have to now. Wait a minute. Lil Wayne put his Regine was right there and Lil Wayne was right there. So. But would you put your children in these situations, and how are you now guiding those conversations with your children? And so I really have to question the industry as a whole that I remember the rumors about Bill Cosby. There are literally clips of him talking about there's something you can put in a drink and gets the women a little. There's a clip of that, him saying it. I recall, of course, all the R. Kelly things. There are people who said he was hanging out at high schools in Chicago at the McDonald's. Is there a McDonald's across the street or something like that? And yet we are still here. Not just the people in the industry, but the fans as well, who just say, not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal until it's your child, until it's your young person, your young woman, your young man, um, that finds themselves in these situations. And a lot of times these things are about an exchange of power more so than anything. So even if, let's say, they're legal, but understand legality and morality are two different things. And even if you're 18-year-old who is legally grown, you don't want him or her to be approached by a 40-year-old man that is influential, and your teenager, is still kind of green when it comes to dating and all those things, to just be in that situation. So this is just, are we holding the industry accountable for not checking these folks early on when it happens? And us as fans, and I know we have people out here that definitely have this, they can split the artist and the art stuff, I'm not gonna I can be hypocritical a little bit, because that person that you see back there, Prince, I will stand on it that, there was some grooming going on when it came to Mate. And he was very slick about not engaging with her, quote unquote, until she was 18. He even has a song that says 18 and over. So with that said, as Drake is, messed up, and UMG is going to call the bluff and is going to pull the receipts, and he's going to have to respond to these allegations of at least entertaining the presence of minors. We all have to check ourselves. I am one of that, this is a village. I do believe in that concept. And so I don't know. I just think the entertainment industry allows so much abuse to happen until, right? It's kind of just sad and weird that so much abuse occurs. So let's just see what happens, but I think for me, this is the age of integrity and just being transparent and honest and caring about community. I believe community is medicine, and see something, say something. And yeah, y'all, it's icky across the board. And like I said, Cole, they all worked with him and with this kind of issue. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Is this a beef? Is this the right beef? But, him kissing on a 70-year-old and filling him up is still a problem. So let's see how this rolls out. But thank y'all for popping on and hanging with me. I mean, my subscriptions are going up, and I'm really proud of my little self and my channel. So let's keep it going as we are climbing through culture and community. And until the next time.